For as long as you've known your husband, he has really been into politics. Y'all was growing up, he always would say he wanted to be the president of the United States one. He was going to be some type of politician. By the time y'all graduated high school, he went to college for political science. So you knew he was serious. He was really holding on to this childhood dream. You used to tell him, maybe you should do something. Maybe you should have a plan B. Maybe you should have a plan C. He said, you don't need a plan B or a plan C if you got a plan A. So you just let him ride it out. He did graduate from college after about 5 years in political science, and he decided that he wanted to run for mayor of the city. Now, y'all had done a lot for this. Y'all used to feed the homeless. Y'all ran toy drives. Y'all gave back to the kids. Y'all gave out Thanksgiving dinner. Like, y'all did a lot for y'all community. So he was pretty well known in the city, and he had a very good chance of winning. He had the campaign together. He had a very successful wife that ran a nonprofit for, veterans. He had the whole 9 y'all. His family looked good on paper, and they also looked good, towards people. Y'all was about to get ready to do a 10-year vow renewal. So you was really excited about that. Because he was running for mayor, you did all of the plan, but he was still there with his opinions every step of the way. Because y'all wedding was so big, he wanted to make the vow renewal small, sweet, intimate, close friends, close family, not too much, no cameras, and no media. He promised. Went around and you looked at some venues, and y'all was some country folk. So y'all decided to actually have y'all vow renewal at a pretty ceremonial barn. And the land looked beautiful, the barn was beautiful, and both of y'all agreed on having it at the barn. And before y'all renew your vow, everybody got their crazy friend. Girl, your crazy friend, her name is Shaw. She was like, bitch, let's take it back to the 99 and 2000. Let's do another bachelorette party. A married version. So boom, that's what y'all decided to do. You and your friends, y'all was gonna go to Atlantic City 2 days before your vow renewal, and y'all was gonna turn up and have a good fucking time. Especially with him doing all this shit with the mayor, you have not had a moment to yourself in a long time. So going out of town seems like the business, because staying in the city, they was all up in y'all business. But let's fast forward, because y'all end up in Atlantic City. Y'all end up getting a very nice hotel, and y'all was having a good ass time. Your friend end up inviting you to like a little club or whatever. Y'all end up going, throwing some 10, throwing some tunnies, and y'all had fun. Y'all was drinking and just having a ball. You end up noticing that somebody that was taking pictures of y'all, and you end up confronting. You had about 6 shots at this point anybody could get. And you confronted the person that was taking the. You end up confronting the person that was taking the pictures. You end up snatching that motherfucking and smashing it down to the ground and stomping on that motherfucker and tell them to leave you the fuck alone and let you enjoy your time. With the broken camera, stop. They had no choice but to do just that. Boom, let's fast forward a little, because your friend end up having to tote your ass to your room, because baby, you was just that motherfucking lit. You was still ready to turn up. They end up leaving you in your room, and they went to their separate room. No, it will not be 4 bitches in one hotel room sharing a bed today. You end up getting a knock at your hotel, but bitch, you was too motherfucking intoxicated to get. So you just let them knock, and whatever happened, happened. You end up waking up the next morning around 8 o'clock, and bitch, you had the worst hangover of your life. So you end up calling up some motherfucking room service. Call your friend's phone, but then none one of them bitches answer. So you assume that they was just still asleep. You end up hopping up in the shower to try to get over your hangover a little. And while you was in the shower, you end up getting a knock at your door, assuming that it was room service. You end up getting out the shower, and you went to the door wrapped up in a towel. Person delivering the room service had handed you an envelope. He said that it was at the door when he came. He just decided to give you that, and your church slid it in, and he ended up leaving, not before asking for a tip. So you started on your breath, you end up sending the envelope down beside you. After a minute, you like, what the fuck? Who would be sending me an envelope? So you end up opening up the envelope, and it was pictures of your husband and a woman that you had never seen before. Pictures looked like they had been taken from inside of a hotel room. You was lost. You end up looking on the back of one of the photos, and it was like $20,000, or these get released to the media. Fuck think I got $20,000. Before you can even call your husband, cry, be mad, or show any type of emotion, baddies, shot o'clock. Baddies, shot o'clock. Your friends are at the door. You hurry up and put the pictures back in the envelope and stuff it into your suitcase. You end up opening up the door. Only thing you had on was your top. Like, bitch, you ain't dressed yet. We got a whole itinerary. We got shit to do today. You gotta be back in the city in a little while. You grab your outfit up, and you end up going back into the bathroom to put your clothes. When you end up coming out, your friend could tell that the same demeanor that you had last night, you ain't really got that. These bitches been your friends since fucking middle school. Bitch, what's wrong with you? You end up taking a shot, then another shot, and then another shot, while one of your friends was sitting over there helping herself to your motherfucking breakfast. Bitch, you alright? I was like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm just still pissed off about the person that was taking pictures of us last. I'm out here trying to have a good motherfucking time. This motherfucker want to record us for social media. Well, bitch, you handled that. And she ended up going over there giving you a high five, slapping you on your ass. You know how friends is. Bitch, you getting dick. Blase, blase, blase. So y'all end up going out doing some shit that was on y'all itinerary, and your mind was still all over them. You end up getting a phone call from your husband. He was calling to check on you, making sure everything. He was giving you an update on the campaign. You know that it looks like he's gonna be in the lead. It looks like he's gonna win, and you know everything is looking good for his political campaign. You like, you know, okay, like, you okay? You like, yeah, I'm fine. We need to talk. But when you said that, your friends got quiet because they want to know what y'all need to talk about. You was like, we'll talk when I get home. Like, is it serious? We'll just talk when I get home, babe. You hung up the phone. And I got my couches today, so I've been decorating. That's why I ain't came with no. And I also shipped some shit. So you should have your shipping information sent to your email, your phone number, whichever one you can. But let's get back into the story. Because a couple hours after you end up talking to your husband and told him that, you know, that y'all needed to talk when your friends, y'all was out. I went to brunch, y'all went to a little tea. But the whole time in the back of your mind, you are still seeing those pictures and that motherfucking message saying $20,000 or these get released to the media. You know how important it is for your husband to become a mayor, so this ain't sitting right with you. You end up receiving a text message from your husband while you and your friends was out shopping or whatever. And the text message he sent you was a link. You end up clicking on the link. You end up seeing photos and a video of you and your friend out at the gentleman's club. Obviously breaking that motherfucking camera didn't do shit. So he like, well, I see who's having a great time out of town. So your response was, no, I see who's having a great time while I'm out of town. He like, so what do you mean by that? Keep in mind, y'all texting back and forth. Who is the woman that you with? Who was the woman that you have been with since I've been gone? He called you. You don't answer the phone. He's like, man, I ain't answer the phone. Like, nah, I'm out with my girls and they not finna hear no back and forth. So he like, what you talking about? What girl? You like, don't worry about it. I'll show it to you later. He like, baby, I went out with no girl. What you talking about? I ain't been with no. I've been waiting on you. I see you been out having a. I said, yeah, we getting remarried. Me and my friends went to a gentleman's club. It was nothing. We just had a good time. But I see who's having a better time. He like, babe, what do you mean I'm having a better time? I'm waiting on my wife to get home. So you like, okay, and you pretty much in the mess. So again, you out with your friends, now you sitting around thinking, how the fuck did somebody know what hotel room I was in? Obviously, somebody is following me and I don't know I'm being followed. Boom, let's fast forward because you end up enjoying the rest of the last day there the best way you could. You and your friends end up boarding on a plane. Yes, y'all took a night and headed back home. The wedding is tomorrow. The renewal is tomorrow. One of your friends ended up parking at the airport, so she was the one who ended up taking you home. When you got home, you end up noticing that your Jeep wasn't parked in the garage. So you end up calling your husband and letting him know that you had made it home, but where is your Jeep? He was like, oh, I'm about to pull up now. I decided to take your Jeep instead of my car. Okay. Boom. You end up stepping out with the garage door open since he said he was on his way in, and he ended up pulling up with your Jeep with a bow on it. He actually had went and got it custom wrapped. Although you was excited, you couldn't be that motherfucking excited, especially with them photos that you got at your fucking hotel room door. So he ended up getting out the, he like, surprise, blah, blah, blah. But you couldn't show all of that excitement because who the fuck is this bitch? And why the fuck am I being followed? So you just walk in the house like, what's wrong, baby? You not happy? So you went to the back, not saying a word. Still, he followed you to the back. You end up pulling the photos out and you threw it at him. Like, what's this? Open it. He like, what is this? Nigga, open it. So he end up he looking at the photos. He like, baby, this not me. I haven't been in no hotel room with no one. Baby, I promise you, this not me. So you like, look on the back of this one. $20,000 on this getting released immediately. I mean, this AI shit is getting crazy, baby. I promise. That's not me. It's not me. I don't even know who the fuck this woman is, babe. That's not me. So he like, KJ, look at me. You think I will ruin my marriage with you? You think I will ruin my chances of becoming mayor of this city for some pussy? Baby, I promise you, that's not me. I was here waiting on you getting the campaign. Baby, that's not me. KJ, you believe me, right? That's not me. Like, I'm getting ready to make you my wife again in a few hours. KJ, you gotta believe me. Because photos can be manipulated. You went ahead and you believed your husband. I mean, photos can be manipulated. And your husband has never given you a reason to doubt him. Your husband has never given you a reason to think that he would do something like this. Maybe somebody just trying to do this to ruin his campaign. So you like, well, what we gonna do about the 20,000? And they saying they gonna release these to the media. Man, ain't nobody gonna believe this shit. Let them release. Fuck them. Let them release it. You end up waking up the next morning. You was headed to your studio. You was a photographer. When you got to your studio, in the door, there was like a manila looking folder or envelope waiting on you with your name on it. So you went ahead and you opened them up and it was pictures of your husband and another woman. On the back of the photo, it said, I guess these are fake too, huh? And maybe he has an addiction, and maybe you don't know about it. Because they never received their $20,000, they did release the photos to the press. And your husband ended up having to make a statement saying that the photos was fake, the photos was manipulated, that was not him. It must have been some type of AI. But the press was eating that shit the fuck up. You couldn't even leave the house without paparazzi wanting to follow you around. When you received the second set of photos, you knew it was somebody that had to have been watching your husband's campaign really fucking hard. So you end up calling your husband to tell him about the second set of photos that you just got at your studio door. And while you was putting the photos back into the envelope, you end up noticing that it was a folded up piece of paper at the bottom of the envelope. And you end up opening it up, and it was like, your husband is not who you think he is. You think your husband is just this great man. You think he's amazing. He's not who you think he is. That shit just kept replaying in your mind. Keep in mind, the whole time you're on the phone with your husband at this point, because you telling him about all the photos that you just got again at your studio. You like, what somebody just said, like, you ain't who I think you is. I know who you are. Was like, don't you know me, baby? You was like, yeah. But it's just so crazy that I keep on receiving all these photos of you and these different women, and you telling me that they not you. Like, at some point, like, babe, I promise you, I have not been with any other woman. It is so hard to believe. But you took your husband's word. You went into the office of your studio, and you end up shredding up the entire envelope with the pictures included. The husband ended up sending you a very long, heartfelt text message saying that anybody would do anything to ruin his campaign. These people just trying to put dirt on his name, trying to cause havoc in his household, because that's what the media want to see, to eat him. He's trying to win a campaign to be mayor. People out here playing dirty. Baby, you gotta believe me. I would never cheat on you. I love you. You like, I know, babe. I know you love me. It's just getting a little annoying that people constantly coming at me with these photos of you and another one. It's like they trying to cause problems in our marriage where there is none. And honestly, y'all didn't have none. Boom. A good week go by, no photos. I was feeling a little at peace, especially because you and your husband had planned to go and feed the home, and you was also going to take some photos of the community. Like I said, y'all was very big in y'all community, and a lot of people knew who y'all was. So boom, y'all go out there, y'all talking to people, fraternizing with the kids, you taking photos. It's just a real good vibe outside. But after a day filled with love, joy, support, community, the next morning your husband woke up about 50 missed calls, and you had at least 25. I received a text message from your best friend Sherry, and she was like, bitch, check your Facebook, check social media. Your husband is trending right, bitch, not in a good way. How about somebody had uploaded a video of your husband on a all adult street late at night, was picking up somebody that was soliciting their services. Does that sound right? All right. Your husband is not really a social media man. You're the one who do all the social media. So you woke his ass, hey, like, get up for real. Like, look at this. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on? You showing him the video. He hop up. He like, that ain't me. So you like, babe, look, I'm believing you about the photos, but this is a whole motion fucking video of you picking up a woman for her fucking services. Tell me that this is a lie. Tell me that Mr. Black did not go and do this. Tell me that it's a lie. He was like, babe, I promise you it's a lie. I don't fucking think it's a lie. I need you to get up and I need you to leave. He like, what? You around here buying pee? And you expect for me to believe that this is manipulated? He was like, it is. AI is crazy these days. How dumb of a fool do you think I am? Damn, that was quick. Food ready. Seeing that video, you was crushed. You got out the bed, you went in the bathroom, you got yourself ready, and you just went on a run. You ran for at least 2 miles. You end up stopping to take some water and catch your breath. You end up receiving a text message from an unknown number. It was like, do you believe us now? You tried calling the number, but when nobody answering the phone. It was like, I just want you to see the type of man that you married to. You couldn't for the life of you figure out who would be doing it. He ended up sending you a text message, was like, it's probably my opponent. Baby, it's probably my opponent doing this because they know I'm gonna end up winning this. They're trying to do whatever they can to sabotage me. Babe, are you really out here buying pee from random women? Are you really out here cheating on me? Like, see, this is what they want. This is what they want. Mrs. Black, you are my wife. Please don't let them win. You end up calling your friends while you was out on your run, and you started crying on the phone. They end up asking you where you at. Don't worry about it. We got your location. About 5 to 10 minutes later, all of your friends popped the fuck up at that park. They all come and crowd around you on a bench or whatever, giving you hugs, patting you on your shoulders, rubbing your back. We saw that video on social media. You just can't believe that he would do something like that. Your friend Mallory, she's like, that's just not in Callie's character. That's your husband's name, Callie Black. A friend named Sherry, like, baby, anybody would do anything. Go with your gut. Whatever you believe, go with your gut. So you ain't got to listen to me. You ain't got to listen to Mallory. The only person you need to listen to is you. That's your husband. That's your marriage. That's y'all future. It's what y'all gonna. We can give you all the advice in the world. So all that matters is how you feel. That is why she is one of your best friends to this fucking day. So after your run, you end up heading back home to take a shower. When you went into the kitchen, you end up seeing that there was a note left on the counter. Must have been from your husband. The note was like, you remember that I got a campaign today? Please come. I need you for my photos. I need you for my video. You know, you are my social media lady. You know, you are my lady. You know, please come. Please don't believe that bullshit that somebody keeps sending you, because I promise you, baby, that it's not me. You balled up the note. You threw it in the garbage can. You continue to make your green smoothie for the day. Now, you've been with your husband since high school, so you know that you was not going to let him down, and you was going to come. But this time, it was going to be strictly business between you and him. You go into your closet to find something to wear. He was very particular about how he wanted you to dress during this campaign. He didn't really want you showing too much skin, but baby, I am me and you love me, right? Oh, okay. So you found this cute ass dress that you hadn't even worn. You went ahead and you put the dress on the bed. You went back into your closet to your jewelry box, and you end up noticing that you had a new neck. It was a note attached to a new necklace for my beautiful lady. I really hope you like it. So you decided to put that motherfucker on because it was cute, and it went along with the dress. So you got dressed, you grabbed your camera, your backup camera, your memory cards, everything that you needed to record and take photos of it. You headed on down to where he was doing his speech or whatever. Security team was waiting on you in the front. They could walk you to the stage so you can get some behind the scene photos. So you get on the stage, you start taking photos of him prep, photos of him talking to other people, photos of him talking to the people, you know, to make the campaign better. When he noticed you taking photos, he started smiling hard as fuck. So after he got through talking to people and fraternizing with people, you still taking pictures, and he's walking up to you, a big ass, the same smile that you've been seeing since y'all was in high school. Ain't shit changed but y'all age. So he's like, hey baby, hey Mr. Black. Oh, so it's Mr. Black now. Let's keep this professional, please. Can I have a kiss, babe? Come on, don't turn me down in front of all these people. So you gave your husband a kiss. He ended up taking that kiss with him like this, put it in his pocket, and went on stage. The audience ate it up. So he went through his little speech or whatever, and towards the end, you know, they asked you if you have any questions. The first question that somebody asked was that you on that video that we saw on social media? If you were, you know, escorting services? Like, I'm not at liberty to talk about anything that was on social media. I'm up here to talk about how I'm going to help my career, how I'm going to help my career. That has nothing to do with this campaign. But a man like, so it was you. Next question, please. So while you down there, because at this point you in the audience and you taking pictures, you notice that a woman is giving your man the googly eye. She looking at him like, he the finest thing that she done seen in a while. I mean, Mr. Black was sexy, but bitch, why is you looking at him like that? So you start snapping pictures of her. Smile for the camera, bitch. Just start taking pictures. Like, oh my God, why are you taking pictures? Oh my God, why is you looking at my man like you just fucked him last night? The fuck? Anyway, bitch, the speech is over. He come off the stage. He come over there with you. He's giving you people coming up to him, asking him, he's taking pictures of y'all together. But like, y'all are still together. Y'all still happily married. He's like, of course we are. Of course we're together. Of course I love my wife. He just started kissing your jaw, kissing your forehead, kissing your lips. Like, this has been my best friend since high school, and ain't nothing gonna change. So you can see the demeanor in the woman's face. You know, the bitch that you was taking pictures of? She looking at you like, So you whisper in his ear, he was like, all right, question time is up. I think it's time that I get Mrs. Black to the house. So you tell him that you cool. You're going to stick around. You're going to take some more photos. You're going to do a couple more videos. You tell him, no, just forget I'm even here. Just socialize, fraternize, do whatever it is that you do when I'm not around. He's like, I do the same thing that I do when you are around, when you aren't around, babe. What that's supposed to mean? Just go mingle, future mayor. He starts smiling. So boom, you walking around, you following him a little bit, you taking pictures of the people, taking pictures of him. You remember that bitch that was looking at you crazy as a motherfucker when y'all was over there talking to reporters and shit? That bitch. She ended up walking over there where you was when you was taking pictures. She was like, y'all are such a beautiful couple. You like, yeah, that's been my man since high school. We are an amazing looking couple. Michelle and Obama, if you will. He was like, I get that. You know, a Leo and a Capricorn. I get that energy from y'all. She's like, what is it like being married to a politician? It's the same as being married to a regular man. It's like, but the spotlight is always on y'all, right? She was like, I mean, I guess you could say that. She's like, I don't know if I could ever be married to somebody who's a politician. Well, that's you, ma'am, and that's me. Can I help you with anything? She was like, oh, no, I thought you was really pretty. I see you taking pictures and photos, and, you know, I just wanted to come and introduce myself. Introduce yourself. You haven't. Who are you? She was like, oh, my name is Hillary. Oh, okay, Hillary. Nice to meet you. So Hillary started to walk off. So then she turned around and came back. Like, do you do other type of photos and videography? So you like, yeah. So you end up reaching in your bag and you gave her a call. She was like, because I'm trying to surprise my man with like a little seductive photo shoot or whatever, and I want to turn it into a calendar. Is there something that you could do? Like, yeah, I do that. So boom, let's fast forward a little bit, because now you through taking pictures. Your man then walked you to the car and you end up going to your studio so you can go ahead and get him developed. The quicker y'all get him put it out there, the better it is for his campaign. While you was developing his photos at your studio, you end up falling asleep. And bitch, you end up having a dream that your husband was cheating on you. And you know what the fuck that mean, don't it? Bitch, he might be cheating on you. So you decided, you know what? Finna magnum PI this nigga. You decided that you was gonna follow him around for a little while to see what you find out.